Marnie Hall. I've always wondered what was the trigger for them to get married, meaning Meghan Markle and Trevor Engelson in 2011, since they had been dating and or living together for about 7 years, especially since Suits also debuted that year. Who pushed for the marriage? Was it him or her? And what was the motivation? Let's see. Him, her. So I don't necessarily think that it was Trevor. Now, hear me out, because everyone says that Trevor was devastated when she sent back the rings. And there is some word on the street that Trevor's family didn't love her. They did. I think that's my understanding, that they did not think she was the greatest thing ever. They liked her, but they didn't think she was the greatest thing ever. So, what was Trevor's motivation? Knight of Swords. This is a little bit sad. So, I think that she was unhappy in the relationship and kind of saying, I don't know. I don't know. Like, if this doesn't go on like, if we're not moving on, we're not moving on. I think she did that. I think he was afraid she was going to cut and run. I think he was afraid of that. That is this Knight of Swords, a little bit of fear that we're going to lose what we have. I do think that some revelation was made with that moon in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, if we're not going anywhere, we're not going anywhere. So I think this was really what was going on. Lovers put it together. Now she'll be happy. Thank God. Little did he know. Her motivations over here: Wheel of Fortune, Five of Cups, Seven of Cups. Her motivation was, I've got a good thing going on now. I just don't know if this relationship is going to be sustainable now that my world is opening up. Remember, he got her that job. Over here, I don't know if, like, our relationship can sustain the distance if I'm going away to work. Like, who knows what's going to happen? And there could be a whole host of people that I meet there. So I think she actually dropped the plot for what was going to happen. I think she dropped the plot that she was possibly going to meet someone else there. Oh my God. If we're not married, we're not married. We're not engaged. We're not engaged. There may be somebody out there who wants to buy this cow. Sorry, I had to say it. So, did Trevor relent? Did he relent? I think he was happy one way or the other. I just think, that happy squirrel is a card that's specific to this deck. And the happy squirrel is like a giddy kid, like a giddy teenager, toddler that got an ice cream cone or a lollipop or whatever their heart's desire. And I think that he was happy to go one way or the other. I don't think he really cared one way or the other, whether they got married or not. And some guys are like that. Greg was like that. Greg was like, I don't care if we get married or not. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of a deal breaker for me. So the Six of Pentacles is interesting here, because the Six of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, often depicts an inequity of power differential, power balance, or financial control, those kinds of things. And in this sense, the happiness was not in his favor. He really was subject to the level of happiness that Meghan was exhibiting or demonstrating. So he was not only responsible for her happiness, but like she was like the dark cloud in the room. If she wasn't happy, everyone else was going to be unhappy. So I think that that was part of it. This it was going to make her happy. It's going to make her happy. I got to do it. So what about her? What about her? 10 of Wands. I've waited long enough. There's a whole big world out there for me. I've waited long enough. So I think she put the pressure on here. So you know, if there was any kind of pressure, I think it was her pressuring him just for fun. Just for fun. Is there any chance that Meghan Markle said she would not marry him until he got her a notable role? No, no, no. So we're going to leave that there. Hope you guys like that. Let me know what you think. Who do you think pushed for the marriage, huh? Let me know what you think.